Welcome back to 40k Lore with Ludus Infinium. In Part 2, Section 2, we are introduced to the Megarachnid, 9-foot tall insects who hate everything. They have 8 legs, 4 of which are used for actual movement. Their 4 legs are used as weapons. Now, their 4 legs, or I don't really know what you would call them, claws, weaponized legs, are coated in a metallic alloy that has no problems decapitating a Legionis astartes. In fact, we are introduced to a situation where not only does one get decapitated, but the battle is over before his body has had a chance to hit the floor. That is how effective these claws are. During one of the fights, Lucius mused that they would capture 1 to 2 Megarachnids alive, so he could have something actually test him in the training arenas. For those of you out there screaming at the screen like, no! Well, too late, Tarvitz beat you to it. Tarvitz said, they're Xenos. Well, yes, but maybe it's the Emperor's will that they're here to test us in battle. You're retarded, they're Xenos. And this is also kind of cool because it shows that it's kind of like, it's different from the friendship between Garvio Loken and Tarek Torgad, in the sense that it is almost completely one-sided. Tarvitz is the rational. Lucius is not. He will give anything to be the best, where Lucius accepts his role and he wants to perfect his role. That's his view on perfection, where Lucius again sees it as a way of give whatever you must to achieve perfection. And it's really kind of a funny exchange, and it's also really telling about who the two really are. So they continue on for a little bit and eventually come to a clearing in the I don't really know what to call it. It's very similar to grass, but think bamboo, because bamboo is a grass. Think bamboo, actually. Yeah, think of a huge bamboo forest. And by the time they get out of it, they come to this plains where there's no grass. It looks like grass has never grown there, and it's red. And one of the astartes accompanying Saul Tarvitz and Lucius has found something interesting. Tarvitz goes over to examine it and realizes immediately what it is. It's an astartes helmet lens. Well, shit, that sucks. Oh, it's also red. And Mark III, not Mark IV. So he can tell that it's from the Blood Angels. Then he starts to wonder, what had the force to pop an astartes visor lens or helmet lens out of the helmet? We will find out. Hark! What is that on yonder horizon? Trees. There's trees. And no, not like the bamboo grass stuff. These are big ass white trees. And an ironic thing gets said. So Tarvitz says, I want to go see what these trees are. Lucius like, but I want to kill. And I believe it was Bull says, I want to go back in the forest. I feel exposed out here. And the forest They had no idea when the enemy was coming. At least out on the plain, they can see the enemy coming, whereas they're completely screwed in the forest. And at this point, they start off with a little over 30 men. They're down to 22. And as they start crossing the plain, a lightning storm happens to cross their paths. But this is kind of a humorous moment because it really just doesn't faze them. Because of their armor, the way their armor is insulated and all that, and other bullshit explanations. So, it's funny because 5 of them get struck by lightning and get knocked off their feet. One of them is Lucius, and as he's getting up and starts talking again, the author notes that it's a little bit funny because where he just got struck by lightning, his vox is distorted. So he comes out in a more robotic voice. So, as they are crossing the plains to get to the trees, they are onset by a bunch of Megarachnids. They just come out of the little forest and it's like, oh good, something to play with. And so they form into a circle, start off with bolters, and when they get close enough, they switch to swords. This fight lasts 3 minutes, and it is described as an intensity as such, it should have lasted an hour or 2. And so the interesting part also, in the course of 3 minutes, they started with 22 astartes. 5 died in 3 minutes. These are astartes. I will remind you, they are very hard to kill. 5 in 3 minutes. But they killed dozens of Megarachnid, which are also, apparently, incredibly hard to kill. This, like it said in the book, like I just said, it's one of those things where it's a fight that should have lasted an hour or 2, bunched up into 3 minutes. So we were at, 17 astartes. And after their fight with the Megarachnid, they get introduced to a new breed of Megarachnid, flyers, who pick up 9 more astartes, fly towards the white trees, so the other 8 astartes follow and discover just what the trees are for. Their 9 companions are skewered onto the trees, and they're not the only ones on there. They also see red armor, not from blood, but from blood angels. Bum, bum, bum. They had just discovered what had happened to the blood angels. Well, that had a nice turn, didn't it? Hopefully next week's part will be a little bit more upbeat for you. Thank you for listening. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!